that's Walking Dead. Yeah, it is.
World War Z.
Yeah,
At least when you hovered over it, that's what it said.
World War Z.
All right, let's go for it.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Alright, play? Alright, there we go.
You still eating that slice?
Can I get some more?
You still eating that slice of it?
No, I had the other side. Why?
Oh.
Don't mind your business.
Off this alone,
Both of these suck.
Both of these actually kind of suck.
The
I mean,
Matrix
Will
universe.
Smith was literally by himself for years, wasn't
He was.
he? And then,
He
Alone.
was.
The Matrix would also suck because they constantly had to be on the move because they were being hunted.
They did. You gotta consider the whole of the Matrix too, because some people are living in the Matrix. I can get into a whole spiritual thing like this, but I won't. But some people are like living in the Matrix and living their lives and not so alone. And even the ones who come out of the Matrix still have people around to help them fight and all that type of stuff. Whereas, like you said, in this one, Will Smith was all by himself in a world where everybody he's known has died, and everything. So
All he had was his dog.
all he had was his dog. You know what I mean? So
And this one was based off the worst one to live in, right? Let me make sure. Yeah, it is. Worst universe to live in. Alright, so we gotta choose one that's the worst one.
So
I am a legend.
I'm gonna go with I Am Legend.
Yeah.
Game
Alright,
of
Game of
Thrones.
Thrones.
Resident Evil. Y'all got this.
I could be fine living in Game of Thrones.
I
mean,
feel
'cause
like
you
by
gotta-
default.
Cause like you gotta think like Game of Thrones, like some of those people live average lives. Some of those people do.
Those people live terrible lives. Dealing with the kingdom fighting and stuff. But you could find happiness in there
what I'm
somewhere
saying.
from the real folk. And this you just like at any moment now.
Evil Dead, you had to be gangster to make it out there.
Any moment now. So I guess by default you choose Game of Thrones. Yeah, I mean,
Let me live where the snow is. Let me go there where Johnny now. Be alright.
Fallout.
Fallout Universe.
Oh,
I saw
Bird
that.
Box.
Alien
I
Bird
do
Box.
remember that.
Oh, that's the one with Sandra. Is that the one with Sandra?
Mm-hmm. I don't know that lady name. I just remember the movie.
Sandra Bullock.
I actually didn't finish Fallout, so I don't know.
Didn't.
I heard it was good. They said it was like really good. People loved it.
Yeah, Bird Box was super, and I hadn't seen it in a while. It was super weird.
Bird Box was the one you can't open your eyes. You had to go out sound, I believe, right?
I don't know. I'm trying to recall it. This looks like the original, cause I don't even. Anyway, I
I mean, you
will.
could look it up. We could look it up.
You know, and so there's some comfort there knowing that the worst has happened, as far as we know, and people have adjusted, even though it's a terrible situation. They also though had a lack of water.
And Fallout.
Yeah, that was like water was like, where is it?
Yeah.
And that is terrible for the
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a coin toss for me on these.
I'm gonna go Bird Box.
What you going with?
What am I going with? I mean, I'm gonna say Bird Box just because of the psychological piece.
I will go. Shoot. I don't even know what happens in Fallout for real. Well, I'll go Fallout.
I'll vote it.
The Hunger Games or Mad Max?
I'm gonna still say Hunger Games only because one person from each district gets picked a year versus Mad Max universe, which is some chaotic happening every day.
So you're saying like you wouldn't be the one to be chosen? Like there's a potential that you wouldn't.
I mean,
To get out of the property.
How big are districts? Districts are like, I don't know how many people live in a district, but I'm saying your chances if they're choosing. No, they choose 2 people every day. My bad. Every year it's 2 people. They pick a girl and they pick a boy. That's right. But I just feel like So let's say, what's that? Your chance is like 2% out of 100.
What, to come out of poverty?
Come out of poverty?
What
No,
are
no,
you
no.
talking about with
The
Hunger
Games?
Games?
Remember, they get chosen to go play in the Hunger Games.
Right.
They get sent to die.
And what's the reason though?
The reason is for those people entertainment. What you mean?
Okay, and the world as a whole, what's the state of the people? What's the state of the entire universe? Like, we know about the main characters, but how's everybody else living?
Just fine.
Yeah, I mean,
No, they're not. They're in poverty. That was part of the point.
Well, that's true. They are in poverty.
And that was why Katniss was like she was, fighting for the people so that they could have a better life. That's the true universe. They weren't living just
but
fine.
not everybody in that universe live like that, because you got people where Snow were living great, and people that was like, in the main kingdom. If you was outside in the districts, nah, you was living trash. So it's not the whole universe. The universe as a whole, like Mad Max universe, is Mad Max universe. It don't matter where you go in Mad Max.
It's chaotic wherever you are, and it doesn't matter. Okay, all right.
Yeah, have you seen Mad Max?
Okay.
I'm still going Hunger Games though. I feel like it would just be easier based off how you describe the Mad Max universe.
But which
which one's worse? Oh, than Mad Max. My fault.
I mean, I can show you a Mad Max clip. You would really need to watch.
This is pretty much it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That is a good, depiction of how it is.
It's just crazy.
It's just something crazy.
Yeah.
This dude is playing a guitar in the middle while they're probably chasing somebody down, trying to kill somebody, while people are getting blown up mid-scene.
And mind you, they in the desert too.
Yeah. It's like, Mad Max is crazy. Great movie though. If you ain't seen it, you should watch that. It's a fun experience.
It's a lot.
It's a fun experience. Yeah.
Reign of Fire universe. I haven't seen Reign of Fire, but I know World War Z was some bullshit.
Yeah. Them zombies in World War Z was moving different.
Let's do a scene from Reign of Fire if nobody's seen it. In that scene, it's one dragon. I'm sure there are other dragons, but even still, World War Z is like...
Yeah, that's a lot of dragons.
Yeah, there's a lot more right there. Everybody around you, bro, like...
Yeah.
And then they weren't slow zombies like the other movies.
Sprint.
Huh?
Sprinting.
Yeah, put them boys on the track team.
Like, there's no area where you get to rest your mind or your central nervous system and something like that.
They something serious.
Nah. So I would go World War Z.
Alright. Go what you got?
What was he? Monsterverse?
28, and I haven't seen that in so long.
Oh, Monsterverse are like Godzilla and them? Oh, nah. 28 days later,
I don't remember 28 days, and I don't.
It's been a long
you don't
time
remember
now.
This is
like
Godzilla's
world.
This is Godzilla. Yeah, with all of them with Kong and
Yeah, all the giant monsters. If you live in the place where they at, hey, it's most likely rad.
I'ma still go 28 days later. Why? Because there are still other places on Earth where you could go and be safe and stuff from this, even though it's some BS. But this is like just a virus, and you can't trust nobody. Same thing like World War Z. Similar to World War Z.
Yeah.
Similar enough to World War Z.
A zombie breakout?
Zombie virus. Can you just,
There's still a lot of parts of the world that's perfectly fine here.
I would go Monsterverse then.
We're doing what's worse.
Oh, dear God, I just keep forgetting.
Go to bed, child. Go to bed.
I'm not tired. I just keep thinking which one's better.
Probably Planet of the Apes would be worse to live in.
What?
Okay.
Because the apes took over. The apes took over completely.
Yeah,
and made human slaves.
Yeah. Jurassic World, yeah, I got it.
And plus, this was isolated. They always isolated.
They're always isolated. And even when they do break out, they break out in like a specific area. It's not like they get to city areas.
I'll go Planet of the Apes then. The Purge.
Oh,
Purge and
I'm gonna go to Purge.
Yeah, because Edge of Tomorrow was like one guy who kept reliving it to save. Was it the world?
Edge of Tomorrow. I vaguely remember. To be honest with
So here's the thing: in this universe, he saves the day. You feel me? I can live in this universe where he saves the day. The Purge.
Everybody was getting it.
Everybody in it. Like, this is again, can you trust your neighbor? Can you imagine that in today's times? Like, for real?
The Purge was like when white people was climbing up the walls in Washington. No cap.
Okay.
I heard that.
I mean, I get why you would say that.
I'm saying like that's how chaotic it would be.
Yeah. No holds barred. Folks doing what they want to do. People who full of hate. You know what I mean? Like, again, it goes back to like your central nervous system not knowing who to trust. Who's saving the day here? Nobody. Nobody. You know, so I would go with the Purge.
I'm going Purge.
2012. Ooh, y'all ain't seen 2012. Ooh. You have?
It was crazy.
Man.
The world was basically ending. The world.
It was. Let me tell you something. Me and your daddy watched that movie. It kind of messed with us for a little minute.
It's like apocalypse, basically.
Can I see a scene from it? 2012 universe.
I mean, honestly, I would. That's a good movie for us to sit and watch, probably.
I might be okay with going back
to do a movie night. Yeah. Now I needed some time, but it's been long enough where I could do it. The thing about 2012, while you pull it up, is that it feels like it could movie night.
Anyway, but all right.
Worst world to live in.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna choose this one.
Yeah, I mean, The Walking Dead is. Let me just take a minute to take in it because we got invested in the scene. I feel like the same as I said before, right? Like The Walking Dead got to the point where people became accustomed to how things were, and the world still exists. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And even if you get a group, you can hunt for supplies, and psychologically not great, none of that type of stuff. But this is like not even an opportunity to build any type of future, just a wipe out situation. So I would go. It's like you look Chuck, okay? Mm-hmm. So I'd probably go 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not much of civilization left after this.
Yeah.
What you got?
2012.
Alien versus Predator universe, DC universe. Man, listen.
I would not want to be in the DC universe.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with DC universe because I mean something. The world is.
They got it.
Always in danger. They always blowing stuff up. Just people chilling, working in their office building. Next thing you know, even though they don't show that, but that's pretty much what happened.
They make memes about how bad it would be about living in Gotham. They'll be like, you probably lose your car this day. Hey, that's just normal. That's a normal thing. Hey,
another day in Gotham.
Sorry, Batman and the Joker were fighting again. Yeah. Maze Runner. Ooh, Maze Runner.
The Boys
versus The Boys. Ooh. Probably. I mean, there's a lot of people that live normal in The Boys too, though. There's a lot of people that live.
I mean, girl was minding her business, walking next to her boo.
No, she was. Yeah.
And you haven't seen The Boys, have you?
Yeah, she got painted on the pavement. Absolutely.
I know.
She got painted on the pavement. Okay.
Yeah, that's literally her.
Oh.
The bus out, but I mean that was a person probably like 3 seconds prior his girlfriend.
Yep.
And because he speeds, he was on some stuff. He was on some stuff.
So he wasn't watching like
where he was going.
Stuff.
Yeah. And that's how fast he runs. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing in this universe is that there are these people with these powers and they just pretty much doing whatever they want to do.
They don't get held accountable.
They don't get held accountable for nothing that they do. They don't really have a moral compass or anything like that. And that's the one that Homelander's in, and he is the mecca of that's not giving us
that's Homelander.
Yes.
Single fuck.
That's
you
him.
Hear me? Yep. He believes he's superior. He should be at the top of the food chain. People should be worshiping him, and he don't care what anybody thinks. Or he does not care.
It's showing them all doing villainous things too. Look at that. He ran through somebody.
Yeah.
That girl was a Nazi, by the way. And he's blowing up a plane for no reason.
Yeah. Now, Maze Runner, I don't remember as much about Maze Runner. Like, I barely remember these scenes, even though I've seen it.
I don't think I would want to stay in Maze Runner, though. I only say it because wasn't Maze Runner like they would grab people and they would throw them in a maze for fun? It was like for entertainment. I'm pretty sure it was the same. It was like almost like the Hunger Games. It was like for entertainment where they grab people and throw them in that thing.
Yeah, but why is it that I don't recognize these? Like this scene.
It's been a while since I've seen the Maze Runner. Actually.
Let's pull some up. Yeah. Because I'm just like, this is confusing me. You okay?
Hmm?
Yeah, I remember this. I remember they woke up at the maze.
Oh, that movie.
Yeah. The Griever.
But what was the state of the rest of the world? Well, I
That's what I'm
remember
trying to
them,
remember.
but the state
What
of the rest of the world.
Right, I don't remember what was the state of the rest of the world. I do not know.
I feel like everybody was okay, right?
What was the Maze Runner about? I mean, they're snatching up youths and dumping them there and da 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 da. So, I'm gonna go with the other universe.
The boys.
Because everything else seems to be perfectly fine. They snatching up youth and taking them to where they were in the Maze Runner versus that being a reflection of the entire world. If I'm remembering it correctly.
That's true. Like that's why I say it's kind of
yeah.
like
So
a few select people get grabbed.
so
Not everybody.
I feel like this universe is the worst. The boys.
Probably.
I'll go
probably
the boys.
then. Yeah. Probably the boys.
Terminator
Universe
or
and The Last of Us.
Bro, I'm going Terminator. Oh, worse? I'm going.
What's worse?
Gosh.
Have I seen The Last of Us?
I feel like you probably haven't. The Last
Okay.
of Us is the show that we told you gets really good, but season 2 is absolute
Good
garbage.
luck dealing
Oh
with a clicker,
yeah,
bro.
you did say that.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm gonna have to say. I feel like Last of Us would be worse, only because Civilization isn't really around anymore.
It's around.
I mean, it's
It
like
is-
it is, but it's so it's like all the other zombies
Versus
Right.
the world getting ready to end here. Wasn't the world ended in Terminator?
Yeah, that's true. But only thing is, we keep getting humans POV of Terminator most of the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they always come from the future and be like, well, in the future, now it's way worse. It's da-da-da-da. But we don't really get to experience what that way
So from
worse.
our perspective, someone comes in and saves the day in this
Exactly.
universe. Okay, but in this universe, you're saying it's a no-go for that.
Yeah, everybody
I'm good.
going
I'm
through
good on a boomer
Okay.
grabbing my head and squishing it. I'm good.
Facts. Clickers coming on.
Yeah, clickers are like, they're not normal zombies. They're like souped up zombies that are hard to fight.
Okay. All right. Star Wars, Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings versus Star Wars.
I know. Let me just not say because it's people who love Star Wars. I respect the artistry. I just could not
can't see
get
it,
into it.
Yeah, I
I just
couldn't get
could
into
not
it
get
either.
into it.
This is a tough one for me, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, because I feel almost the same about both of these movies. Lord of the Rings was hard for me to get into. Star Wars was also hard for me to get into.
I could watch Lord of the Rings though at least. Star Wars is like I don't know.
Don't disrespect the fandom.
I'm not going to, baby, because you know I know. There's a lady who used to have her desk loaded with Star Wars stuff. I'm like, I love that there are people who love it so much that it brings them joy. You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't get into it.
Wasn't for me.
Yeah, it wasn't for me. Lord of the Rings, I could watch them. What do I want to rewatch them? No. But I could watch them, and I remember them being well done. Now, which universe do I want to live in?
Maybe Star Wars though, because they were at war with each other.
Which one is worse? Yeah, Star Wars is always at war one, but they was always at war too. Both of them was always at war.
Yes, that's true.
So which war you want? Or which war is the worst?
I'll let y'all be the deciding factor. I don't know enough, honestly.
Facts. I have not watched either one. So.
I just know in Star Wars they had this thing called. Then they had this thing called the Megalodon, where like it blew up planets whenever they felt like it. It was crazy.
All right, so I go with Star Wars then.
Worse.
Worse.
I'll go Star Wars. Pacific Rim.
Ooh, Pacific
Cloverfield.
Rim. Yeah, they was pretty much screwed. That was an alien invasion, and little by little the world was going to crap.
Wasn't that?
And
Wasn't
then
that like
Cloverfield. Both of them was like everybody screwed.
I don't remember Cloverfield.
I remember it.
I think Pacific Rim, wasn't that like the mechs they had to bring out to fight stuff?
Mm-hmm. That is.
Yeah.
Which means.
I don't know. I don't really know.
That was all over the world though too, right? In Pacific Rim, they was battling all over the world.
Yeah, they were. In both of these, they screwed across the world. Period.
What happens in Cloverfield?
I mean, it was an alien invasion. The delivery of this was more somber and like depressing and melancholy, whereas the movie itself was more action packed. But from like a universe perspective, I mean, that's the only thing I could base my opinion off of, because both of them screwed. But I guess
Which one worse?
if I want to feel at least more action and not just like everything's over, worse, I would go Cloverfield, because I remember the energy of the movie. The Cloverfield was just like, this is just
Not it.
it's just hopeless. It's just
Based off how she described it, I'll go Cloverfield worse.
Let
me scoot over.
everybody's pretty much screwed.
Okay, The Quiet Place versus Geostorm.
A Quiet Place.
I'm gonna have to go. The Quiet Place would be worse.
Absolutely, I would not make it. I would.
You
Even
would
with
tweak.
you
would
tweak. My
Everything's
ringing
quiet.
alone, I would just say,
No.
Really?
I don't know, because I can't do that. You know, I play my music, I play my
Completely
ocean
quiet.
sounds, and you telling me I can never hear any of that ever again just to survive?
You gotta hear ringing.
And I'm
Facts.
hearing ringing all the time,
Yeah.
and my nerves are probably worse because of the state of things. So my ringing is probably worse.
Yeah.
It's just not a world for me, guys.
No, facts.
So
That's tough.
for
Yep.
me,
Geostorm was basically like 2012, but
I
Okay.
can get that from the pictures. Dang, man, what you want?
I'm going with Quiet Place. Geostorm was bad, but you know, Civilization can recuperate. That's trash. That's basically.
That's just trash. Everybody gotta be
It's
quiet.
just
you
complete
making
trash
sound.
because I mean it's noise. How are you supposed to move? You know, how do you even like
Tiptoes.
really beat them as a whole?
Nuke the whole place.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, maybe we can figure out how to kill one or two, but they're just still here.
And there was like hundreds of thousands of them, wasn't there? One
Man,
place?
I remember, that scene with the cat had me in a
Mm-hmm.
chokehold. Like, in the second one, it was like, oh my gosh.
I'll go Quiet Place.
It's it's unrealistic that this could really happen to us though. I saw a guy he actually break down how like our military would crap on these things.
It would nuke them.
He said especially since they're weak to sound, he was like, we have sonic rays, and I was like, that's true, we do have sonic rays. That is, but
Yeah, but
I
they
do
have to
forget
get
the reason
to
they
these
don't like it is
places.
because they don't like
Yeah.
it.
They would nuke whole cities.
Yeah.
Where people would be collateral damage just to get
Yeah.
rid of these. You got to consider
true.
that too.
Yeah.
Everybody
No, it would.
evacuate.
Yeah.
And
Nah,
then
for sure. But I'm going. This would be worse though.
Same.
Out of the two.
MCU,
Universe
The
and Day After Tomorrow.
Dang, Day After Tomorrow. I ain't seen that in a minute.
Have you ever seen that one? Oh, put that on the list too, Gabe. That's kind of like That's kind of like 2012 in reverse.
Yeah.
In reverse.
Well, because this is all about like, it's a different view on global warming, is what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
And
Dang,
2012 is much more fire based. This is much more like
Man, I gotta go back and watch that movie.
That's another one to put on the list. That was a good
That took me
movie.
back right there.
Yeah, make a list, Lynn. 2012 and Day After Tomorrow.
Man, that's,
Yeah, for movie nights.
man, that joint's crazy. That's a crazy one right there too, Gabe. I can't even lie to you.
So which universe? I mean, they were screwed in Day After Tomorrow. You know, there's nowhere to run. Like maybe there isn't a villain. The villain is the Earth that has turned against.
I feel way safer in the MCU just because, like, yes, they do have some terrible villains, but
Yeah,
There's some places.
Marvel, the Avengers did a great job protecting the people majority of the time. They
I
did
would
a
feel
great
safer.
job protecting the people majority of the time.
The worst part is probably when Thanos snaps his finger.
It's a lot of buildings that failed over and all of
It
that
is.
plan again.
It is.
Now,
It
don't
is.
overlook the things that they didn't highlight.
That's true though.
They
That's true.
highlighted them protecting people, but a lot of buildings failed that people worked in. And and
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
However, though, there is
What?
nowhere to run here.
Yeah.
It's just not. So I'm gonna go with Day After Tomorrow.
Same.
I Am Legend universe, Game of Thrones universe. Game of Thrones. I mean, I Am Legend's worse.
Yeah. I Am Legend.
Bird Box over Mad Max.
Yeah, Bird Box would be worse.
Be worse? Okay. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, Mom talking about. So look, this is the beginning. We saw the beginning scene. Later on, no one's on the streets for real. Everybody's really quiet.
Yeah, everything as you know it is melting around you. Whereas this Mad Max, this is the state of the world. Everybody's adjusted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's crazy. You know, but ain't nobody around there scared. Everyone around there's crazy. That's just how it is now.
Everybody's just crazy.
Yeah, versus here, it's like the world as you know it is shifting. You don't know if you're next.
Right.
You're trying to figure out how you can keep from catching whatever these other now crazy people got. Like, it's just your central nervous system cannot.
You know what I'm saying? Look at him. He's like, look at it.
He's making it. Why is he making her look at it?
Because it's got in his head.
It's got in his head, you know. Yeah, so that's my logic on it.
I agree.
Okay.
World War Z versus 28 Days Later. I think the zombies are slower in 28 Days Later, so I'm gonna go with World War Z.
I'm pretty
We'll
sure
go
they're
World War
much
Z too.
slower.
You pretty sure what?
They're much slower, so I agree.
Planet of
Planet
the
of the
Apes
Apes will be worse.
versus The Purge.
Be worse, bro. I took so long for Planet of the Apes to completely take
You
over.
can protect yourself.
It did, but if you think about the full universe, it does end, and people are, you can't even exist.
Mm.
You know.
I made
Now,
friends
don't
with
get me
Caesar.
wrong; it was our fault, but
Yeah, facts.
it was our fault definitely. But in regards to, go ahead.
I about to say, even in the most recent Planet of the Apes movie, humans are basically trying to fight back now against their
Yeah.
slavery because
Yeah.
they're oppressed now.
Yeah, because
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna become best buds with Caesar. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
Well, Caesar's gone.
Dead. He's dead. Yeah, he's
All right, but he's the whole reason all this started. He was the original
Yeah,
goat.
but in the most recent universe, current, up to date, you can't be friends with Caesar because
Yeah.
Caesar's gone.
He's gone.
And his supporters were the minority.
Well,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. So, I mean, is it screwed that we would choose to purge? Yeah, but find you somewhere to hide or to get your weight up.
Facts.
And
Facts.
make it,
You know what I'm saying? You can protect yourself. Stay in your house and stay armed and ready. That's all I
You
gotta say.
know?
But, yeah.
2012.
2012.
DC universe.
Well, these are low-key kind of equal, in a sense, I feel like.
I mean,
2012.
2012 is worse to me because there's nowhere to go. Where you going?
DC,
Wait.
there are some places that don't
That's true.
really
That's
give
something
out.
you gotta go.
Very ground you walk on is.
I would
Yeah.
be tweaked out if I was in 2012. Constantly.
All right, so 2012.
Yeah.
Mm,
The Boys universe, The Last of Us
The
universe.
Last of Us.
Yeah, I'm thinking probably The Last of Us still.
I would move to like Hawaii or something if I was in The Boys. I'm not gonna lie.
You can't escape Homelander. However,
You can't. Well,
you
Homelander
can
ain't
find
gonna.
pockets and be okay for a while.
So Last of
Kinda.
Us would be worse.
Star Wars
or
versus Cloverfield.
I guess Star Wars, right?
I mean, I know you said it could blow up whole planets, but is that what they were doing?
Nah,
Like,
it was just like a weapon that
They
they
can.
use.
What they could
Yeah,
use.
they can. They can.
Oh, then Cloverfield, I guess. Because what there's some townspeople in Star Wars, like there's some people who's just chilling.
Yeah, but I mean, I think there are people that live normal lives in Star Wars though.
So
So-
Cloverfield.
I don't know what Cloverfield's about.
pull up a scene. It's an alien takeover. It's just they deliver it differently. That's all. It's more slow. It's more somber and it's more depressing. But that was the lens through which they chose to deliver that. But it's an alien takeover, from what I remember.
Yeah, nah, that would be insane to live in. I'm not gonna.
So I'll go with Cloverfield.
I'll go Clover.
Yeah, I go Cloverfield.
A Quiet Place
Place and
versus
Day
The
After Tomorrow.
You still going with Quiet Place, man?
Oh yes, absolutely
You
for
going,
me.
You going with Quiet Place? Okay.
I am going with Quiet Place. I am.
They both equally suck.
They do suck, but you know what? You'll get some pretty shit out of this one.
So,
You about that dude that was on the mountain in 2002. Oh, it's so pretty.
Yeah.
I have a question. Is the Quiet Place one specific area or is it the whole world?
No, it's
the
the whole
world.
world. It's the whole
Oh,
world.
nah, give me the day after tomorrow. I was thinking Quiet Place is like you in New York and everything's going like this. You can swim away and you good. Like,
All right, we're doing the worst, remember?
I don't remember.
Oh, you said give you day after tomorrow. Oh, so you're saying you'll choose? Okay.
Yeah, day after tomorrow.
All right, so yeah, I would say so. We're choosing the Quiet Place.
Mm-hmm. I Am Legend and Bird Box.
Probably, I still feel like Bird Box was. I can't look. I can't ever look again. That
You
was-
can look. You just
Yeah, just don't. You just better look
don't
right.
look in the right place.
No, but listen, but in Bird Box, that like the main character, the lady would blindfold herself because she never wanted to see anything.
Yeah, that's true. She
So
would.
it's like-
That's true. And that's how she can make it. The only thing about I Am Legend is everybody you know is gone. It's literally you and a dog. That's it.
I would go with
That's
Bird Box. I'm not gonna hold.
it. You would exist
Oh, which
in
one's
a world
better? I
with,
mean, which one's better?
yeah.
I would go with Bird Box is better. I Am Legend is the worst world to live in.
I could make doing.
You can make do living by yourself with a dog. That if the dog die, ain't nobody else left but you, and
It's
just a bunch of
If it-
zombies.
it's
And
Oh,
he's
no,
still
no,
in
no.
danger every day, mind you,
But
by himself.
by myself,
In danger, nobody to talk to.
if we're putting ourselves in
You would-
just
nah.
his, if we're putting ourselves in his predicament only,
And his
That's the only one
predicament
we
is,
then I
Yeah,
mean,
what other predicament is it going to be? And all the other humans are dead.
I know what I'm saying. Okay, but it could be a group of well, like it could be.
Come
a
on,
group.
rewrite the
it's
film
not-
for us. Come
they're
on.
facts. That's
Rewrite
not
the
what the story
universe.
says. Everybody else,
Just
you
go
want
ahead
to
and rewrite the
be
universe.
one of the dead
But you
people?
got no. But hold on, but you got to think there. He found one other person,
Oh, okay.
and you know
Oh,
he
one other person.
he said, but you know, and then didn't they find a radio where it was other people I think out there.
Did they?
Hey, listen. You are entitled to your opinion. If we're voting, my vote is I Am Legend.
I'm going I Am Legend is worse too. Because I feel like Bird Box, you can still live a semi-normal life. Like,
And you can live with other people.
I
Like,
Am Legend
your
is
people
just like,
still living.
it's just
Okay.
you.
All right, well then we'll choose this.
World War Z, Planet of
What
the
was
Apes
it? A Planet of
universe.
the Apes. Man, I'm going to tell
Okay.
you. I don't know, dog. I don't know.
I'm
it's
gonna say World War Z is
I'm
worse.
going World War Z.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go roll with that. I mean, don't get me wrong. We know we screwed in here, but this is also our fault. So let's take some accountability. This probably our fault too. But World War Z, man, I seen that movie. I was like, nah, my guy.
Yeah, this scene is the craziest scene in that movie. I'm pretty
It
sure.
is 100%.
Like they were just, it was like animals being let out of the cage, or
Yeah.
it was crazy.
Okay, we all agree on it.
2012, The
versus
Last of Us.
2012.
2012.
Go
Okay.
to that too.
Cloverfield, A Quiet Place.
I'm gonna still say this is worse.
You know my vote.
Oh, I'm outvoted. So go ahead.
I Am Legend, World War Z.
I mean, by y'all logic, I Am Legend would be worse than.
But this is the
'Cause
only
they-
thing that would make me consider, because I mean, here's the thing.
There's more because there's
They
definitely-
weren't slow either, though. They were fast.
They're not slow.
This is like, this might as well be the same universe.
Nah, I mean close, but these are actually I would say they're more scarier. Like as zombies, they're more scarier
Because they're
Because they're
intelligent.
Yeah, they're intelligent and their strength,
Mhm.
and they have leaders. That's crazy. Like this guy was a leader of the
Yeah,
of the pack.
the intelligence of it
Yeah,
all.
it's crazy.
I mean,
So you
but
saying
something to
I
be
Am
said
Legend?
about, so you saying it's worse or better?
Nah, I would say I Am Legend is worse. I think
Okay.
I Am Legend.
These
will-
just animals. They just fast, visceral, and but I feel like this is the what happened first, and this is how it end. Landed.
Actually, I'm tripping. I would say World War Z would be worse
What?
because they can only come out at night.
They can?
They can only come out at night.
I
about
forgot they
that.
can
Good
only come out
point.
at night.
Okay then. That changes me to World War Z.
Alright.
Yeah.
Just stay in a locked room all night and you chilling.
I mean,
He used to lock up his house. That's what he did. He used to lock his house up. They just didn't know where he lived.
All right, 2012, A Quiet Place.
Both equally sucky, but
Screwed.
I mean,
I would
geez,
say here.
meaning either one would just be so.
I would say here.
From
2012 worse.
mine's gonna be A Quiet Place. I feel like Let Me Fight for My Life in 2012, like the rest of them did. Cause knowing that this is gonna be existence for me,
For the rest of your life.
it's a no for me, dog.
I mean, by the end, because I know by the end of the movie what they end up having to do, and I mean, it's pretty trash.
What they have to do?
I'm not trying to spoil
No,
it.
you're not gonna spoil it. But
Well, which one's worse? I guess I'll go. I'm going Quiet Place.
Alright.
why do you choose Quiet Place?
Me, I just feel like I would be so terrified of making a sound. Like I would
It's
just.
so restrictive.
You'll be like that little boy.
All right, he's spoken.
That seems crazy.
What was he? Quiet Place.
You going Quiet Place?
I mean, honestly, with this one,
Quiet Place finna win for you.
I'm just screwed. Wait, just wait. Like seriously, I'll let y'all choose because it doesn't matter. I mean, I would choose to take my chance, but yeah.
I always take my chance on some apocalypse. So
I'll go Quiet Place is worse. There we go.
let's see what people said.
You know, we different.
Oh, let me go back. I hate when it does that.
What was the
Quiet.
universe?
Or
Okay.
So
we
it came
was-
down to where we was
Yeah.
at.
2012.
Okay, it made it really
Bird
far.
Box.
People remember that
Dang.
movie, Bird Box.
Terminator made it. That
Bird
far.
Box made it pretty far with us. I am surprised by Terminator. I feel like we're maybe forgetting
Yeah,
something in Terminator.
I told y'all Bird Box. I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta film like, that lady was not living a great life in that movie. I would honestly, these movies are pretty close for sure.
This was some good matchups. It was some good matchups.